else for like an hour or so? Or are we done, or what's going on?
How do you feel? Yeah, you want to? I mean, we have a lot more tips. We can chat for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Sure. Probably like here's my problem with Darkest Dungeon.
Yeah.
There's a fucking lot to that game. There's a lot of little things, and
Well, you can play it poorly while we chat.
I think there's too much going on. I think I'll just do some Isaac.
All right.
That's what I'm thinking.
All right.
I'm just going to do some Isaac, which should be here.
But I was absolutely flabbergasted. Marvel stole Barry Allen.
I think it's beautiful.
I just remember you.
Oh, yeah, in my games. And I'm enjoying Darkest Dungeon. The part that I'm actually not enjoying is the amount of upgrades that you can do. And, like every character has these like massive upgrades, and you have so many characters and you can only take 4 with you, and so like party management is a huge part of Darkest Dungeon, and I'm into it, but it takes so long just to get your party ready for the mission that sometimes that's all I can do is instead of like, okay, hey, I'm just gonna jump in, go on a mission and come back. It's like I'll say, okay, what I can do is jump in, get my party ready for the mission, and I guess I'll do the mission later because it took an hour just to get my party fucking ready for the mission.
Could this be something you would get better at a time, possibly?
No, I think that's just part of the game.
Yeah.
Is just oh, actually, hold on for a second. Let me stop this so people. Let me change the game here.
Changing it there.
Oh, yeah. All right.
This is a long word. What is it, BOI?
Yeah, just BOI. BOI : Rebirth. This is the one I believe we're playing. I don't think this is afterwards, but it might be. I don't know. I forget. Hello, nerds. Hello, Corpse-a-Lot. Welcome to the Superb Owl stream. Okay, here, you take that. I'll take this. Oh, can you get the game up? On OBS?
Oh, why isn't that?
It's probably still set to XCOM.
Oh, you're right. Oh, don't. No, wait, I'm here. I'm here. If I can see it. I can't see it.
Yep. Oh, I guess this is Afterbirth. Oh, well. It's also Rebirth. There we go.
All right.
There we go. I think they said the daily challenge was pretty fun. Press X for daily challenge. Well, you know what? Let's just do a regular run first to get my Isaac legs warmed up here. This seems pretty loud. How's the volume for everyone? Maybe down a little bit.
So where'd you leave off with the tips? Was the man at High Castle the last one we did?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, sure. Why not?
Chris Collins says, Jack, you were talking hip-hop earlier.
Hip-hop!
Ever listen to Ugly Duckling? Here's a taste, which I'm not going to click on now because we're streaming. They have great stuff and put on great live shows.
Oh, okay. Well, I will check that out another time. Thank you.
Sanagak says,
Do a cane run to start it off with.
speaking of fanboy, I liked Abstractotron lots. It reminded me of earlier prereq episodes like Sonic Most Overrated Ever and Mario is Better Than Call of Duty. I would have called it Why Sequels to Iconic Games Rape Comedy.
Oh, that was one of the big things of the episode is like, how do you handle a sequel in general? Which I like I said, I
don't know if the problem is necessarily being a sequel as much as it is you can't recreate that gimmick.
Yeah.
The gimmick, the nature of that particular gimmick is sequel proof.
Yeah, especially with Frog Fractions.
Yeah. And to be fair, I don't think the beginner's guide was trying to be funny in any way, shape, or form.
No, it wasn't. That's why I kept giving it such high praise, is because he just tried something really different.
It was the creator of the Stanley Parable whining about how people like the Stanley Parable.
He wasn't whining.
And he was jealous that they tried to take the thing that he sold and profited from away from him. Oh no, it's so horrible to be successful.
You guys don't understand.
You don't know what it's like, man.
You don't understand my art.
I got Game of the Year awards. Do you know what that's like?
I can never do anything again. No, I don't think he was doing that. I think he was doing his best to explain where his head was at.
It's kind of obnoxious.
I know that's how you saw it.
If you read into that game, what was going on in
Yeah.
his head, his actual head,
Yeah.
it's kind of obnoxious. It's a little bit. A little bit.
I could see you
People
coming.
like my game.
I could see you coming to that conclusion. I don't necessarily agree with that interpretation, but you are free to have your own thoughts and ideas.
No, somebody posted a link to it in like the comments.
Yeah.
A comic he drew after the Stanley Parable was big, and it was this whole angsty thing about how he was successful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well. See, that's a different thing. That's a different thing, then. That's funny.
Snake in the Garden says, "Hi, Rich. Hi, Jack.
Hi.
Thanks for EU stream.
Yeah.
Would you guys ever stream one of the old Bullfrog games?
Bullfrog.
Never heard of them. They're on GOG, like Theme Hospital or Dungeon Keeper or its spiritual successor, War for the Overworld."
I think I've heard of Theme Hospital before.
Oh, was Bulldog a developer?
Maybe.
They're probably a developer.
Maybe. Don't die. Oh, shit, we're rocking this.
I wouldn't say never. No immediate plans.
If you guys agreed on everything, prereq wouldn't be as fun. I agree. And you know what? I think that was another thing that I really liked about this particular episode was it was another one where Rich and I disagreed. And then you can have a real conversation. Instead of just like, hey, yeah, I'll say the same thing you said, but differently because we agree.
Oh, Bullfrog, not Bulldog. Whatever. I haven't heard of it in any case.
What? Bulldog? Bullfrog? What? Who?
Molyneux's company before he made Lionhead Studios.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, Molyneux. You wacky Brit.
Heavenly Streams in the chat saying, "Enter the Gungeon took Isaac and removed all of the fun parts and charm."
I agree. They, who was it? Someone in chat was saying like,
I wouldn't say they removed all the charm. There is some charm to Gungeon, but
if you're comparing Isaac charm to Gungeon charm, it's very different.
here's where Gungeon fails. Isaac, your power-ups all stack and mix in weird and neat ways.
Mm-hmm.
In Gungeon, you replace one gun for another.
Yeah.
And they have limited ammo.
Yeah.
It's just not as fun.
Well, I remember someone in chat was mentioning like, well, since Gungeon has replaced Isaac as this kind of game, and it's just like, wow, are you wrong? Wow, are you wrong? Oh, well, I guess I wanted to do that anyway, but you know what replaced Isaac as this kind of game? Fucking Isaac again.
The Blue Blaze says he didn't clear his throat. I just did that. The Blue Blaze says, my last tip for today. Has there ever been a game or a game series where the biggest problem with it was its fan base? Also, would you say
Metal Gear.
edgy is a word that's lost all meaning from overuse?
Edgy?
Lost most of its meaning, yes. As far as game with a fan base is the problem.
Metal Gear?
Metal Gear?
Metal
Probably
Gear?
Metal Gear.
Probably Metal Gear. The
Are there others?
the Dark Souls fan base, or the From Software fan base, need to dial it down a notch. You are the reason that these games aren't as huge as they should be, and I'm part of that. Like I love those games, or Bloodborne at least, very much so, and I get the Dark Souls series now, but the fan base is a little over the top. Little over the top. Hold on, I want to see what this die does.
He's cheating.
I'm not cheating. I'm looking it up.
Didn't you? Aren't you the one who told me that the joy of these kind of roguelike games and seeing little icon or not knowing what they do, the joy is the discovery of what they do?
Yeah, sometimes.
I remember that. I distinctly remember having that conversation when we played Risk of Rain.
Yeah, but Risk of Rain.
I don't like not knowing what this does. That's the point.
Yeah, but Risk of Rain tells you what it does in the menu. Hold on. When used, the D7 will restart the current room and bring back all enemies once again, enabling you to farm rewards that spawn at the end after beating the room. Can be used to generate infinite consumable combination. Okay, all right. We'll give it a shot. Give it a shot.
Call of Duty fan base? I don't know. Don't they just kind of play Call of Duty?
Well, that's the problem, right? They keep playing Call of Duty.
That's what they like, and that's their right. If they don't like anything else, it's not my business.
It's like the Transformers movies fan base are why we still have Transformers movies. So yeah, that could be a problem.
I don't particularly have a problem with any fan base. We're just answering the question.
Yeah, like I don't have any specific problems with any fan base, except for maybe the From Software fans, because like sometimes they're just a little obnoxious.
Fans of games are only annoying when they won't stop proselytizing to you. Why don't you play the thing I like and like it as much as I do? Which most people don't have a problem, don't have that experience, but I do.
Yeah.
Because we do the stream.
Because we do the show, and some people want us to play the games that they want us to play, right?
That's the only time it's really annoying.
Right.
Otherwise, I don't give a shit what you like. If you're hanging out in the Undertale forums and you won't shut up about Undertale, that's what the Undertale forums are for, you know?
Yeah.
Jack, is there a reason you're putting all the fires out?
Yeah, sometimes the fires will have random drops, treasure drops like coins or hearts. And there's no real reason to keep them around except for sometimes enemies can hurt themselves, but you can also hurt yourselves on fire. So it's usually good to put out the fires and see these piles of poop right here. Also good to check the piles of poop because sometimes they drop random items. Not often, but sometimes, and you can get certain items that make them drop random items more frequently. The petrified poop being one of them. Yeah, I got some coins. Let's see what's in here. Oh, what a sad shop. That's right. This save, I don't have any money in the shop.
I'm very sorry. Wait, you can save money in the shop between runs?
You can't say. Yeah, I'll show you. You know what? I'll just show you. Okay, so over here is the donation machine. You can put money in here.
Yeah.
Like that. And it doesn't save between... The only way to get money out of this is by using a bomb.
Yeah.
But then it could also break it. But the more money you put in here, the more items are available in the shop. So like once you hit 100 items in the donation bin, instead of just 2 items in the shop, there's like 4.
Okay.
And so on and so forth.
So there's the money in the donation bin carries over.
Yes, that carries over from game to game.
Okay.
But it will only accept so many donations at a time.
Does that reset when you blow it up?
No, it just it'll take out a random number of coins, like 5.
Okay.
And then you won't have those 5 coins next time you play in the donation machine. If I can get one of these fires to drop something so I can show you that it really does do something. Nope. Nope, I'm just going to be a weirdo who's talking about fires. I want to see if this D7 works on boss rooms, because then I can get more upgrades.
I didn't mind your criticisms of Undertale because I enjoyed watching 2 people discover the game and laugh at the lowbrow humor.
Yeah.
I don't remember having that many criticisms of it. At least not that I remember. What did I criticize it for?
I don't think you criticized it. If anything,
you?
if anything, I was just like not super into it.
Yeah.
I did like doing the voices, and like that was fun, and the humor was fun. I just wasn't super into it, like people are. People are super into it. Yep. Doing it. Blah. Great. Wait.
Say transubstantiation? Transubstantiation. There you go.
There you go. Great. That was a great job, Rich. You did a really good job saying that word.
Talking about me not being able to say bravado.
What did you keep calling it? Bravado?
Whatever
you kept calling it, it was just we had to tell you. It's bravado. Bravado, Rich. It's bravado. Blah. Why is Vanquish the perfect game, Rich?
Fast-paced, yet you can slow it down with the time thing. Lots of movement, lots of action. I like running and gunning, and Vanquish wants you to move all over the fucking place and not sit behind cover. It's got fun weapons to shoot.
Okay, that's important.
It's got some novel weapons to shoot. I don't stick to those as much, but like lock on there, there's gimmicky things that could be fun.
Sure.
The saw blade that can decapitate enemies.
So it keeps it varied up. It keeps it interesting.
The lots of varied enemies. Maybe not as much as you get in like Doom, but you're not just shooting at guys in gray outfits.
Important. Very important.
Fun boss battles. Vanquish has the most fun boss battle I've ever had in a shooter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty high praise.
And arguably my favorite shotgun in video games.
Really?
Yeah.
That's very high praise.
It's not one of those weak, like, poof shotguns that you need to be standing, like, point blank for it to do any kind of noticeable damage. No, Vanquish's shotgun will decimate a weak enemy from mid-range.
All right.
And at the very least, that's what you want out of a shotgun.
Yeah.
And it has a great stagger on larger opponents. And if you blind fire it, you don't quite get a centered shot. It still has a great knockback on like the weak opponents. It's like one of the little robots is jumping at you in the air and just you kind of just hit the blind fire on the shotgun. It'll go flying back, and it's very fun to watch it go flying back.
All right. That's fair. These are all great reasons to like a game. Good weapons, varied enemies, varied weapons enough where you can feel like the game is doing something different. Yeah, these are all.
Yes, Doom has a very iconic shotgun. That is up there in the discussion.
Ooh, yes. Better polish. Yes.
But both the stagger and the knockback you get out of the Vanquish shotgun are very, very satisfying.
These also seem like great reasons to play Vanquish. If only someone would bring it to PC. God damn it.
That would be such a glorious day for me.
Let's hope that Nier Automata does well, right? Because that's the Vanquish people.
But Vanquish has a stupid story. Well, I'm glad you've got your priorities straight.
Maybe you've never heard Rich talk about the difference between gameplay and story before.
Vanquish's story is, it's perfectly adequate
Yeah.
for an action game.
Okay. But Rich, in case someone like that person is not very clear, unless they were being funny,
They're probably being funny.
which do you think is more important in a game?
Probably the game.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not anti-story.
Right.
A good story, or at least a story can only help a game, but you need the game for it to help in the first place.
Yeah.
Or I'll bring up Gears as an example. It's
Yeah.
not necessarily like the plot, but like the characters and the acting. Like John DiMaggio
Yeah.
as Marcus Phoenix
Yeah.
makes you like Marcus Phoenix.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Colorful characters that you can kind of like.
Meat sack. Yeah.
Carmen is always fun. So you got some fun characters. And it is noticeable how much they add to Gears of War when you play Gears of War 4 and you're stuck with Nathan Flake. And his politically correct yet no personality crew of friends.
The Rainbow Coalition of Friends.
The Rainbow Coalition of mannequins.
of American Eagle models.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gears 4, I think, is a textbook example of what some kind of storytelling elements can add to your game that already works. Just when you comparing the earlier Gears games to 4.
Oh man.
The gameplay is pretty much the same. The robot enemies suck.
The robot enemies suck.
But once you get to the Locust, it's still less exciting. And I think that's because I don't give a shit about any of the characters.
The gameplay is similar. I feel like, and going back and playing the first Gears for the review, there's a huge difficulty difference in Gears 4 and the original Gears.
You left a pill in the large room, according to chat.
I will check that out. Do I want that? What is that? Do I want that? Let's randomize it. Do I want that? Yeah, we'll see what that is. HP up? Yeah, I'll take HP up. I'm okay with HP up. Left a pill in the large room.
Sorry, Rich. Sega almost never do anything sensible. Look, someday, it probably won't be any day soon, but someday they will successfully emulate the PS3.
Ooh, nope.
And on that day, Vanquish will be on the PC.
Or, like we said, what we can hope is that a game by this developer does really well, and then they're looking for a cheap cash in while they're making their next game. And hey, we got this Vanquish game. Maybe we could release that for the PC, because we're popular right now. We can hope.
Emulated, it might not have the mouse support you would like, but it might be a way to hack it in there.
Maybe.
Please mute game music.
I turned it down. I'm not going to mute it. Are you saying it's too loud? I'm not going to mute it. I like the game music. Part of the fun of playing the game, man.
You really like Vanquish, huh? Yeah, it's one of my favorite shooters, and that's despite the fact that you have to play it with a controller. Which, coming from me, that speaks volumes.
Yeah.
I'll typically refuse to play a shooter if I have to use a controller. Typically. The only reason I gave Vanquish a shot was because the videos look so fun.
I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
The tech that goes into the Steam controller's mouse-like joystick is pretty good and could easily translate into better emulations with mouse controls. The Steam controller ain't got nothing on the mouse.
It's not the same.
Ain't got nothing on the mouse. The problem is the thumb.
We did a whole episode on this.
No, obviously they did not watch it. That's fine. Or they just disagree with it, and that's also fine.
That's also fine. Yeah.
But I'm saying, so many muscles, arm, wrist, fingers, goes into using the mouse. So much fine control, and yet you can do the big broad strokes.
Yep.
Even with the Steam's controller, you just got the thumb.
Yep. You need to be able to do the turn and flick. How fast can you look around?
Even with the flick,
Oh no, I'm saying that's why you need the mouse.
Oh, you mean
because you need to do the turn and flick, which you can't do with your thumb.
I thought you were talking about flicking for quicker movements with the Steam. Never mind.
Oh no, it just doesn't work the same. Like how the question is, how fast can you look around and get back to where you were looking using anything but a mouse? And it's just not the same. Just not the same. Ooh, face up. Just not the same. Yeah, Rich had a really good part in that Steam controller, like talking about the fine motor control, large movements, fine movements, and then you got this which evolved so we could grab a stick.
It's essentially a clamp.
It's a clamp, exactly. We're horrible monkeys.
APP Harlequin says Vanquish is so good it could have a dedicated button for smoking, and that has gameplay implications. It's true. It's true. There's a button when you're in Vanquish where when you're behind cover, your mask will come up and you'll pull out a cigarette.
What?
And then it has gameplay implications because once you throw the cigarette away, the heat sensors in the enemy robots they target the cigarette, not you.
Oh, that's funny. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
So if you're behind cover, not that you're behind cover often in Vanquish, like you have rocket boots, use them.
Right.
But if you were behind cover and pinned down by a lot of fire, you could just light up a cigarette and toss it away and get out of there.
Love it. Shit, dog. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Hartree Fokker says, "What? I had to leave for a bit, so sorry if you already read my earlier tip. But I wanted to recommend Civ 5 Complete Edition to Rich. I think it would enjoy it. Also, LOL, fuck my cock. I know I keep hearing about the Civ. Like I said, 9,000 games.
Yeah.
9,000 games.
And you haven't played any of the Civ games, right?
I haven't. I didn't. I know because I love XCOM. Everyone thinks I'm like a lifelong turn-based strategy guru.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't really get into that kind of thing until, I don't know, the last 7 years or so.
You know what? In case people haven't heard it, your story of how you got into XCOM is a great story.
Yeah, I got into XCOM very late in the game. I don't remember what year it was. About 7 years ago. Like the last XCOM had come out in like '93, and then the fans,
the classic XCOM.
The classic XCOM. It'd been like the '90s. They hadn't made a new XCOM in a long ass time, and the XCOM fans, which I wasn't one yet, we're hoping for a new XCOM someday.
Yeah.
And then one E3, they announced a new XCOM game, and they'd turned it into a first-person shooter. And there was a lot of outrage amongst XCOM fans. And I remember watching that and sympathizing with them. Like, yeah, that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should give XCOM a shot. Everyone seems really upset that they've ruined XCOM.
What's all this fuss about?
What's all this fuss about?
Yeah.
And I tracked down a copy of XCOM, and I'm like, oh, this is really fucking good.
Of classic XCOM.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Then like 2 or 3 years after that, possibly because of the backlash against the first-person shooter one, they came out with XCOM Enemy Unknown, which is what you've seen me playing like constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a fantastic story. fan outrage caused you to turn into a
Yeah.
convert,
Yeah.
into an acolyte, proselytizing for XCOM.
Look, I can sympathize. I know if they announced a new TIE Fighter and it played like Rogue Squadron, I'd be pissed.
Boink.
They almost turned Thief into a third-person game with Thief 3.
Yeah.
Once Looking Glass Studios went under.
Mm-hmm.
Rich will be telling that story to his grandchildren. I was asked to tell it.
I think it's a great story. It's interesting just because, like, you know, for as long as I've known you, you've been an XCOMer,
Yep.
you know, and so it's like just to know that you came into XCOM late in the game because of the outrage over this game.
Yep.
I think it's neat, and I think it's interesting. How you come to the things you love is interesting to me.
Radiac wants to know if I ever watched that Dead Rising video. I need a link to it. Message us or something.
You
I don't have to have you forward it.
and it's like you probably tweeted it to me, but that does me no good.
Do you get a lot of tweets?
We get a lot of tweets, and then they go away. So email prereq@redlettermedia.com. That's the best way if you want, like, Rich to see something.
Okay.
Because if you tweet it'll get lost in the Twitter feed, and then, you know, then it does Rich no good. Nope. Nope.
Did I play / like X-Wing Alliance? Yes, the ending sucks. The ending's a non-ending. The ending wanted DLC to be added to it.
Nah.
The ending to X-Wing Alliance wanted an expansion pack that was never made.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Aw.
That was the impression I got.
That doesn't help. Darn barn. Dan und Bahn. Blah.
What?
Rich fix a ceiling sprinkler on cam.
It would not be that easy. For one, I was just an apprentice. I'd only been doing it for like 2 years
Okay.
before the economy tanked.
Yeah.
For anyone who's confused right now, I used to, very briefly, I was a fire sprinkler fitter.
Uh-huh.
Installations and repairs on fire sprinkler systems. Before the economy tanked.
Yep.
And there's so much water pressure. Like a comical amount of water comes out of one of those things.
Oh, yeah. I believe it.
So like 200 pounds of pressure. It's a lot. And you would have to like shut off the water to the entire system and drain it, which would take a while.
And you'd have to just remember how to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been, a decade at this point, I assume.
You know the movies when they hold the lighter up to it
Yeah.
and everyone in the building goes off?
Yeah.
That is complete and utter bullshit.
What?
It's complete and utter bullshit.
Really?
Yeah.
What happens?
It's mechanical. There's a little glass thing in there
Yeah.
filled with the fluid, and then when that fluid gets heated up, the water expands and the glass breaks, and then the water can come out.
Yeah.
But it's just that individual sprinkler.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's not like there's an electrical thing and they all go off.
Interesting.
It's all mechanical.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like knowing that. I like knowing that. That's great.
Ever since I had that job, I can't watch a movie where all of the sprinklers go off. Oh, no, it's not how it works at all. Because you can have a small fire, and you can fuck up, like, so much water damage in your entire building if they did that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for like a garbage fire. Or...
And plus the area, you'd probably lose so much water so fast that the area that actually needs the water, you might run out before that fire's out.
Sure.
It's not a little bit of water. Like, it comes out like a fucking torrent.
Well, it has to.
Yeah.
That's the idea, yeah.
Yeah. But, like, when you see it in the movie, they were just got, like, a hose coming out of there. And just... No, it would be like...
I think this is important for people to know, Rich. You're doing important work here.
You actually might see one where everything goes off in the same building, but you will only see a system like that. That'll be installed in, like, a highly flammable paper factory. You're not going to see that ever in an office building.
Sure.
Before somebody in the chat says, but they make one, but I'm just preemptively.
Oh, no, and it's like, there's probably some systems where, like, you can... set off all the sprinklers from one location, but it won't. You're saying it won't be just like the lighter on the thing.
No, there's not like a control panel where you can tell all the sprinklers go off either. It's mechanical. There's not like a.
Do you think that there are completely different electrical systems?
There would be no reason to install one in like an office building.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you're running like a paper mill, where the whole thing can go up in like a minute.
Sure, then maybe.
Then yes. I never worked on something like that, but...
That's
like,
good to know.
I suppose you could pay for an expensive system where there's an entirely different type of sprinkler head that they don't normally use, if there's an electronic way to do it, and it would cost $1 million and be completely pointless.
Yeah, that's what I get. That's what I'm wondering. Can you do it? I don't care if it's practical.
I don't know that you would.
Okay, that's fair.
Like I said, there's no wiring to it. It's a sprinkler head with a glass bulb with fluid in it.
Right. That's the efficient way to do it.
And a little lighter, probably not gonna be enough for you.
You don't think?
Well, not where it's only up there for like a second.
Sure. I'm with you there. Edited for time.
But I never did that experiment. But I don't imagine it would work that easy. You know what? You know what you want to do though? Because this is mechanical. Like instead of doing the lighter, and maybe you wait like 50 minutes for it to get hot enough.
Yeah.
Just take a fucking hammer and whack it.
That would do it.
You just gotta break the glass.
Sure.
You could throw something at a fire sprinkler and you would risk setting it off.
Could you get
and then the alarm is gonna go off once the water pressure starts dropping.
as an experiment? Can you just buy the sprinkler head with the tip? Like I wonder how long it would take with a lighter.
I'm not sure how much they cost. You probably could.
I would be interested in knowing if like one of those to myth bust how long it would take to heat that up with a lighter.
Well, there's different sensitivities.
Oh, this is fascinating, Rich. And I'm not joking at all. I really
yeah.
like this.
There's like different temperatures they go off at.
Sure. Okay, so then we need to find what the average office, I think this is most seen in like high school, boner comedies, right? When you want to get all the girls' t-shirts wet.
Yeah, that's not gonna. Well, yeah, in one room, but you're not gonna be able to do it in the whole building.
Well, I'm saying.
Yeah. And then the fire department's going to show up, and they're going to be very mad.
Right, and then all the girls' t-shirts are wet, and you did it, or you got out of your test, or whatever, right? So, like, this is what we need to do. Is what what's the sensitivity that the average high school has? Yes.
I think the major lesson though is if you're ever in an action movie,
Yeah.
and you need to set off a fire alarm to alert the authorities to the terrorists that have infiltrated your building,
Okay.
don't use a lighter. Hit it with something.
I like it. I like it. Because hitting it with a hammer will do the same thing.
Quicker. Much quicker.
Quicker. Yeah. Porky's. Yeah, I'm sure that happened in Porky's. Use the sprinkler hose to get all the girls' shirts wet. Yeah, that's classic Porky's.
Okay. Moki B85 says, "Hi, Wreckers.
Hey, Mookie.
Now that Moki died and reset the time loop, like in Edge of Tomorrow, you can turn him into a mech trooper when you reach that point in the game. Thanks, guys.
Oh, sure.
For Gory.
That's, you know what, that would be very Edge of. You still haven't seen Edge of Tomorrow either.
And that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
I need to. Here's the thing, Moki. The thing with mech troopers is you're best off using them on a soldier who's leveled a little bit rather than on a lower ranked recruit. The mechs don't get as many stat increases. Like their aim goes up not very little.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna pull the numbers out of my ass.
Great.
Your support gets like +2 or 3 aim every time they level up. The mech trooper's gonna get like +1.
Oh, okay. So you want your whoever you're going to choose to be a mech trooper, you want already to be big.
Moki, I'll you know what? Just to be nice to Moki, I'll do it. But do you want me to try and level you up a bit first, or do you want to just be made straight away into a mech troop as soon as possible?
I think he was saying, like, I assumed the spirit of that was when I'm leveled up, turn me into a mech trooper.
Well, if you wait to a colonel, it could be a long wait.
Oh, okay, sure.
That could be a very long wait.
I'm with you.
Colonel snipers make the best mechs. They do. They're a fucking walking death.
Is that true?
Oh god, yeah.
They're walking death.
It's like having a sniper with mobility.
Ooh.
And a fucking giant Gauss cannon with high aim. It's fucking great.
It sounds great. I don't understand exactly what that means, but it sounds great. Boink.
Well, you know, snipers in games. You know, they good aim, not as fast, kind of weak.
Yeah, usually.
They hang in the back.
Gotta hang in the back. Yep.
You turn a sniper into a fucking cyborg man, and you get that great aim, but you have a character that is fast, that can run around the map, that optionally has like a giant fist that will punch things through walls.
Ooh, all right. I'm with you. I understand what's happening here.
Interested to hear my thoughts on the XCOM 2 DLC. I know I'm gonna get around to it eventually, but I was kind of holding off playing XCOM 2 until all the DLC was out, and it is out now.
Oh, okay, great.
So I actually haven't seen any of the DLC yet.
Well, and I know you were working on your no death run for XCOM 1, and now you have this XCOM 1 save, which was all about streaming one whole game of XCOM, which you've never done. So
yeah.
So you had some hurdles to pass.
Well, playing XCOM on the stream. That's not going to be a hurdle at home. My hurdle at
Oh,
home
sure.
was
the no death
the
run.
Deathless Classic run, which I pulled off. But I got a minor hankering for some Deus Ex Human Revolution now.
Oh, okay. Sure. What that? Who's calling you? We're working.
I don't know. What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on?
Oh, yeah, I'm live on stream. What's going on? Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. We're streaming early because it's the Super Bowl. What's going on? What's news?
I don't know what's going on. He's talking to me. While we're streaming.
Uh-huh.
Unprofessional.
Yeah, we'll probably be done relatively shortly, and I'm very hungry. I have not eaten yet.
Did you have breakfast?
Let me call you when we're done. I'm not sure yet. Are you heading here?
This is utter insanity. Utter insanity. I can't even believe it.
Oh, you're still in Gurnee.
Gurnee. That's not how you pronounce that.
I'll be right back.
Get out of here. He's walking away from the cameras. He was. I think that phone conversation lasted a little longer than he was expecting. So anyway, what's going on with you guys? I don't know if you've noticed, but my playthrough of Isaac is going great. I got the brimstone and the cat head, which means I'm basically an unstoppable murder machine, which is great. No, I'd rather have more bombs. So I'm pretty happy with being an unstoppable murder machine, and probably gonna beat Satan because I don't see why I wouldn't. I guess we'll find out soon because here's Satan. Got good health. Got good damage. Unstoppable murder machine. One thing about that is I want to save my cat head explosion for when Satan actually comes down to do some real damage. Yeah, I've made it to Satan. So first you fight the little guy. Here's Satan version 1.
Does it start out looking exactly like the statues?
Yeah. So now here comes Satan number 2. Now I can use this and just, boom, insta kill. Boom. And I did it. That was a great run. All right, let's check out this daily challenge. I hear the daily challenge is good, and then we'll be done. We'll do the daily challenge, and then we're going to be done. 5 o'clock. Almost SuperBowl time. Oh, also, Red Comet Rising. Maybe we should end it now. Best of the Worst is up.
I think we're done.
We're about to lose 95% of our audience.
I think we're done.
Hey guys, go watch the new Best of the Worst. You know what? I'm gonna go home and watch the new Best of the Worst.
I haven't seen it edited yet. I think it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah?
I think it's gonna be a good one.
It was a really
It's
weird.
gonna be a good one.
That was a really weird one to be in. I'll tell you what. New Best of the Worst is up. Go wrap it up. We're wrapping it. Let's. I'm going. I'm sorry. I unlocked a bunch of stuff, and then we're gonna thank subscribers. Let's get out of here.
It's gonna be a night you get Best of the Worst. Be over just in time for the Super Bowl.
And
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Oh my God, this is great. This is a great night. Let's thank all the people who subscribed to us during.
Oh, we should catch up on the tips.
Oh, also we should catch up on the chips. We need the chips. You got the bleeps, you got the sweeps, and you got the creeps.
All right.
Come on, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Anonymous says, even though I know the behind the scenes reason for the scene, I've seen the movie 400 times. Indiana Jones shooting the swordsman elicits a hearty belly laugh from me every time. LOL. Crack my whip.
Yeah.
It's a great scene.
You know what? That's a classic I know moment from Harrison Ford, where he, like, as an actor, he made a decision. And I know it was more of a joke with the Indiana Jones gun scene, but character-wise, it works so great.
So great.
So great.
Crocodile Brain says, Jack, finally watched episode 10 of Westworld. My spoiler-free comment is, Dr. Ford's revealed motive can eat my ass. Love the series overall, but that was crap. Your take? Keep up the great work, guys.
To try to be spoiler-free, I get it. I guess I saw it coming. I saw it coming as kind of the obvious heel turn, but I don't know. So I'm liking where it's going. Still think it's a good show. So
Kazji says, a handsome young cyborg named Ace wooed women at every base, but once ladies glanced at his special enhancement, they vanished with nary a trace. Why you need to play Alpha Centauri? Okay. Anonymous says, been thinking about what you said about video game documentaries since your episode. Wouldn't it be great to play through a dev's documentary, getting to play games in their various iterations?
yes.
Imagine a doc on id, where you play through the various iterations of Doom, seeing their thought processes firsthand, and experiencing the things that led them to making the decisions they did. Exactly!
Wouldn't that be amazing? Like playing through a game with like, oh, here's like the temp art we put on it just to get an idea for the gameplay. It's like, oh, I would love to do that.
Oh god, I'm drawing a blank on his name. One of the guys there before he left. Like when they thought Doom was going to be a bit more narrative, like he made some layouts that were supposed to be like realistic military. He made like a whole bunch of shit they didn't use.
Yeah.
Like, let's play through that.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Interactive documentaries. Make it happen, world.
And he goes on to say, to anyone listening, don't you steal my damn idea. Maybe I shouldn't have tipped anonymously to hundreds of viewers. LOL, make that doc.
Yes, we know the new Plinketto episode is up. We're getting through this so we can all go watch Best of the Worst.
This time it's Lupus says, hey, Rich and Jack.
Yep.
Boy, Panty Party gets good. This is why you play more than 4 hours, Rich. Looking forward to you setting the Plinketto board on fire in the new Best of the Worst. LOL, come on, baby, light my fire.
Yep.
Come on, baby, light my fire. That's it. We're caught up.
Okay, now's the point in which we thank all the people who subscribed to us during the stream. Thank us again, everyone, for coming out during our early Euro-friendly stream. Yes, we know the new Best of the Worst is up. We're going to get through this. I think they're watching it. They're watching it in stream already.
Oh my god.
Settle down, everyone. A Clockwork Stalin has subscribed to us for 27 fucking months in a row. Thank you, A Clockwork Stalin.
Solo 56, 13 months in a row. This subscription is now a teenager. It's going to start getting pimples and having obnoxious opinions very soon.
It's Fish Bus for 25 fucking months in a row. Fuck.
Humberto Cabbage Patch, 25 fucking months in a row, says, Happy Super Bowl Sunday, everyone.
A pair of paradigms.
Captain James May says, 6 months as a subscriber, and I get to watch you play Panty Party. What a wonderful early birthday present. 8 of 10. Thank you for all the laughs.
Sven Pe.
Game Maniac 001.
The Real Vayon for 15 months in a row says, oh God, we're playing this. I assume you're talking about Panty Party, and we did, and thanks for joining us.
Clone 2727 says, still waiting for Jesus Christ, shut up already, Knights of the Old Republic. No.
Maybe.
No.
The Real Net Boy says, check out the Money Path podcast. Okay, my stupid plug is over.
Snake in the Garden 18 months in a row says, can't wait to hear the story when Jack submits his tax returns to his accountant and he has to explain Panty Party as a business expense. Thanks, guys, for the EU stream. Love from Ireland.
That might be the point where my accountant goes, okay, wait, what do you do for a living again? And then I'll have to show him the stream. And it's it'll be that look I always get when I tell people what I do, and just like, fine, whatever. All right, man. Mr. Alex Reynolds says, I subscribed to share this panty-based pain. It hurts. It hurts bad.
Crooked Spiral says, oh, the shame.
So much shame. What we do to entertain y'all. Zats for fraudtastic months.
Leftover Beefcake 27 fucking months in a row says, I want to thank Prereq for broadening my horizons and making me a more cultured person than I was yesterday. Also, panties! Woohoo! Party time!
Thanks, Beefcake. The Real Kramer Tip. The Real Camera Type says, Prereq Rich.
Polo Juice.
Thusi did his nuts.
Thusi Did's nuts?
Thusi Diddy's nuts.
I'm saying Thusi Did's nuts.
Dides. Died's nuts?
Sure.
Thusi Dad's nuts?
Thusi Did's. Yeah, we gotta watch Best of the Worst.
Great.
It's fine. Vanderenth!
Heliosphere 1969 says, thanks for all the streams. LOL, fuck my cock, and it's just like Helldivers.
Mixorg!
Comrade Question.
Hans Frosch, 16 months in a row, says, probably won't make it to the end of the stream today, but I trust you to say something nice.
Thank you, Hans Frosch. SDDR Storm.
Huggy Snuggle, 19 months in a row.
Oh, bother. 21 fucking months in a row says, I'm feeling fat and sassy.
JKid08, 17 months in a row, says, thanks for a good 17 months. Enjoy another $5 to go to your crippling XCOM addiction.
Steve, the ghost, says, hi, Jack and Rich. I finally made it to another live stream.
Wilkins the Clown, 24 fucking months in a row.
I'm very sorry. The Kill Shirt.
Mark 3611. Thank you for subscribing. We really appreciate it.
It's true. We really do. Best of the Worst is on, so bye.